Joining us now is Arjun Murti, partner at Veriten. Arjun, a lot of this seems to be driven by the macro, and certainly in this administration, the headlines can change quickly. How much can investors bank on this?
John, we've been here before. We've had a bunch of bouts of geopolitical turmoil, both bullish and bearish. Bullish, the sanctions on Russia announced over the weekend. We saw Israel bomb Iran. And previously, we've had bearish headlines, whether it was Liberation Day tariffs or spiking China-U.S. trade war escalation that led to oil selling off. In both cases, bullish or bearish, you've wanted to fade those geopolitical headlines. And I suspect perhaps that may be where we are at again today.
Because global demand doesn't seem to be increasing sharply?
There's a bigger point here where people have been really bearish coming into, I'll say, the fourth quarter and worried about the first half of next year. We think oil is in a broader bottoming phase where developing world demand, I think, is doing better than most people fear. But we've had OPEC kind of untap their, unleash the oil back onto the market. We just need to work through some of that. Our view is that within the next 1 to 6 months, somewhere in there, we're going to find our structural bottom. And then things like developing market demand growth, shale maturing, and OPEC having run through a lot of their spare capacity kicks back in, and the oil trade could be more sustainably back on at that time.
Do you have an expectation of where that structural bottom might be?
It's always tough to predict the short-term price. Could we see price break below 50 for some very short period of time? That's possible. To me, the bigger point is that whatever that low price is it 55, 50, 45, something like that, it's likely to be short-lived. Again, I think we're working through a lot of what has been a 2.5-year downturn since Russia-Ukraine peaked. We're in that bottoming phase, and I don't think oil is anywhere near as oversupplied as the super bears out there say, but even I have some amount of oversupply again for the next several months.
How much does weather and winter play into the energy trade this year?
Always an issue. It's especially true for natural gas. It'll play a role in oil as well, and that, I think, helps create that sort of over-under on the time frame. Colder winter, we're going to bottom sooner. Warmer winter, then maybe we have to wait until spring before we can really declare, pound the table back into the sector.